Hey folks, today we've gotten out this old bolt rifle. This is a Sako L579. This particular model of rifle was made between the late 50s and early 90s. This individual rifle was made about 1970. This one is in 22-250. These 22-250s, they had a 23-inch barrel, and I believe they had a 1-in-10 twist, which is unusual because I believe here in North America we have a 1-in-12 twist on 22-250s. Of course, you can see it's got grooves, kind of like a 22 rimfire would now, for the scope. The scope here is the old Redfield. It's a 4x12. It's a 40 millimeter scope. I believe they call these illuminators. We had several of these on other rifles, but over the years they have gotten bad about showing a red glare in the mornings and evenings. So we've replaced them on all but this rifle, I believe. We have a very nice inlay on the floor plate and the trigger guard. And we have a little tree inlaid in the pistol grip. And I believe that's because these things are called Foresters. We have very nice checkering, very aggressive checkering, easy to hold on to, feels good. The trigger on this particular rifle is set at about 3¼ pounds, which is the lightest that you can set this trigger at. The triggers are adjustable on these, and these are very nice triggers, very nice triggers. You lay your finger on them and think about pulling the trigger and it goes off. It's a very nice rifle trigger. So I believe that's about it. We got nice knurling on the bolt. A big wide paddle for the safety here. Bolt comes out slick as a whistle. Put it on fire. It's got a little button on the side here. Comes right out. One thing I don't like about this rifle is this bolt will move on you, and then if you're not paying attention, it's a pain in the tail to put it back together. But it goes right back in there. So the reason we've brought this rifle out today is because our local gun shop is no longer carrying a large selection of 22-250 ammunition. And the reason for that is simple. There are plenty of AR chamberings that will do everything that the 22-250 will do. And the rifles are less expensive and they're not so nice. And if you scratch them up, so what? This thing right here, you know, it's a really nice looking rifle. It's got a high blue finish on it. Nice woodwork. Don't really want to scratch it up. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to reline up with these. The only thing that the local gun shops carry anymore are these PPUs. They're a 55 grain soft point, moving at about 3,700 feet per second. They claim to be, if you line them up, zero them at 100 yards, that they'll be 2 inches low at 200. So what we're going to do is we're going to line this thing up 2 inches high at 100. So it'll be shooting dead on at 200. And that'll put us about 7 inches low at 300, which is no big deal because here in the southeast, the 300-yard shots are rare. And even if there's old groundhog out there at 300 yards, we simply aim at his little noggin and we'll still get him. So we're going to get set up, do a little bit of shooting here, and I hope y'all stick around for it. All right, so let's load some of these PPUs up. I don't expect these things to be tack drivers, but they'll do what we want to do as much as this rifle gets used, which ain't a whole lot. Not with the 25 arc and the Grindles and all the 223s and all them things that we have around here. Bolt gun, you simply push it down in there. Nothing to it. All right, let's feed one in it. Turn the safety on for just a second and get comfortable. Well, we're going to fire a 3-shot group, and then we'll adjust and fire another 3-shot group, and then that should be good. I'm on the paper. I'm pretty much good right to left, but as I was expecting, last thing we've been shooting in this was 50 grain Hornadays, VMAXs. So we're way low. So yeah, what I was talking about, I almost wasn't ready for that. This has got a really good trigger, a really nice trigger. All right. So we're hitting that between 2 and 3 inches low. So let's move it up. Let's move it up 4 inches, and maybe we'll move it up 4.5, and wherever it hits in, we'll be happy with that. Oh boy. Now, the trick is these old Redfields, some of these things were 1/2 inch adjustments and some of them were 1/4 inches. And I don't remember which is which. So, if we were moving it up 4 inches at 1/4 clicks, that would be 16 clicks. But if this is a 1/2 inch, which I think it is, it'll be only 8 clicks. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it up 8 clicks and then shoot it again, see what happens. We could do this with fewer shots, but it wouldn't be nearly as fun. They were 1/2 inch clicks. We're warming up a little bit. Bolt action rifles are not made to shoot. You know, when you're hunting a hunting rifle, you really want it lined up to be cold, not to be hot. Because you're going to be shooting a cold shot at the deer or the groundhog or the coyote or whatever it is. So it's not too hot. Let's go ahead and shoot another time, see what we got. All right, I'm getting happy with that. Let's fire 2 more shots and we'll call it done. All right, so now we're shooting between 2 and 3 inches high. We're shooting to the right and the left of the cross, the center of the bullseye. We're all over top of it. So we're good there. We're all lined back up. Now the thing about the old 22-250, it'll make a deer rifle if you live in an area that allow you to shoot deer rifle. My princesses, my 2 daughters, they use ARs just because that's the world we live in, and they don't kick, easy to use. But a teenager or a woman could easily use this rifle to hunt with. And so we're gonna let the eldest princess blast one down through there. We'll let her shoot the steel and hope that we don't take out our target camera down there. So let's get switched around and she's got a light trigger, baby. Don't stick your finger in there until you're ready to pull that trigger, all right?
All right.
Shoot the big plate down there. We might have to adjust it, huh?
I can't.
We can adjust it.
I'm way down here. Yeah, that's much better. On my shoulder.
Click the safety off when you're ready. That one doesn't have a real audible click. It just kind of slides off and pull the trigger.
You gonna get behind the camera?
Huh? Camera's good. You're shooting the steel, right?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Got it.
There we go. See? Old 22-250 doesn't kick too hard, does it?
No, my, it's got a sweet trigger on it.
It does have a sweet trigger. It sure does. All right, folks. There's the Sako L579. Unfortunately, they don't manufacture these anymore. But it'll be fine for coyote hunting. Maybe we want to have a different scope set up for shooting coyotes at night or something. But it works well for that. Groundhogs around the farm. And if you live somewhere that allows a 22 caliber for deer hunting, the 22-250 is not a slouch on whitetails. So until next time, y'all stay safe in the deer woods, and God bless.